Well, I tell you what, Utopiafest was a lot of fun. You know, I'm kind of an old cat in this sense of a young crowd, but it was really nice to kind of, prove it. You know, that I can still get out there and rock and roll and have fun with it. So Utopiafest just a great, great gig. But, I'm kind of at that age where it's get the gig, then get a band. So I go out and I do solos, and I'll do duos, and I'll do a full band. And Utopia here, we just had to get out and, just turn it up and rock. So I can't pick one over the other. I feel very fortunate. Like I say, I'm an old cat, but I feel very fortunate to be able to have seen Lightning Hopkins and Mance Lipscomb and Freddie King and Ernest Tubb and Gary Stewart. I saw those guys perform. And the thing about Texas, I think that's really unique is that you pretty much have to write some pretty damn good songs. There's just kind of this level that's been set by Townes Van Zandt and Guy Clark, Billy Joe Shaver and Willie and Jerry Jeff and Michael Murphy and B.W. The list is just endless of these great songwriters. So I think the thing that makes it really unique about Texas, you have to kind of aspire to be pretty good. Well, the first commandment is be cool. Just be cool. Don't be uncool. That's the first commandment, And then the thing is, I think having your chops together, know how to play, and don't just stay in a comfortable groove, don't just stay in a comfortable little G minor, C, and D. I mean, go out there and try new things, And I would say remove your fear and doubt. That's the big key about it. As a songwriter of the band, just have no fear. So I saw Muddy Waters play in Oklahoma. I mean, knowing it was in Nebraska, right? So we went up there, and so I knew the club owner. So we were up in the office after Muddy Waters had played, right? So we were up in the office, and the guy's paying him, and Pinetop Perkins is frying chicken in an electric skillet, and Muddy Waters are drinking champagne. And this is about 2 o'clock in the morning after a gig. So they're sitting there, so the club owner's paying Muddy, right? And he's just paying him like that. So Muddy's just kind of sat there, Pinetop's over there cooking chicken, Muddy's drinking champagne. Me and my guys are kind of over here just like, that's Muddy Waters, so cool. So Muddy's sitting there, and all of a sudden he goes, that audience down there, they love me, The club owner goes, yeah, Muddy, you were great. And he goes, that crowd down there, that crowd loved me. And the owner goes, yeah, Muddy, they did, they love you. Muddy goes, you ought to give me a bonus. Guy gave him an extra $200. I mean, I've tried that and it hadn't worked. I was out playing the Harley Strictly Bluegrass Festival, and this young kid came up. He said, Mr. Hubbard, can I tell you how inspiring you are? And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, I would just so admire your commitment to your music, to your songwriting. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, I said, don't get this wrong, but here you are, you're this old cat. You're still writing these songs and packing up that guitar and traveling around and playing them and everything. He said, I just really admire that commitment. He said, I play mandolin in this bluegrass band out here. And he said, I too someday hope to have that commitment. And I said, well, just never learn to do anything else. And you too can have this commitment. But no, I think it's the thing is that it's what I do, but it's also what I am. I'm just, I'm a songwriter. Well, of the songs I've written, I think it would have to be a song called The Messenger, which there was a great book called Letters to a Young Poet by Rilke, and there was a line in there about fear and what's on the other side of it if you can get past that fear. So what happened is that age 42 overcame this fear of embarrassment and called up this guy, so he'd teach me how to finger pick. I want to do that right. Because, in my 20s and 30s, I was in a band, and it was pretty much if they had beer and electricity, we would play. That's all that we cared about. It was really important to me to overcome that fear and to learn how to finger pick, and it validated what was in this book by Rilke. So I wrote this song about the messenger, and when the line is in there is about fears are like dragons guarding our most precious treasures. And so I kind of paraphrased that and put it in the song. So I think The Messenger is a very important song to me, very precious, you know. And then I guess the other song that I didn't write, Happy Birthday to You. I'm glad when I hear that. That's my favorite song. I didn't write. When I hear that every year, I go, okay, I made another one. Hey everybody, this is Wylie Hubbard for the Grammys, and I'm here at Utopiafest.